Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the East Coast Throwdown Community Throwdown, baby. And thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed that Melty Blood action. We are here for Mortal Kombat 11 now. Every single Tuesday night, we close it out with Mortal Kombat. I'm Mr. Aquaman, and joining me, as always, completing the team of Aqua Chef. Gonna be none other than Wonder Chef over there. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, yeah. You said every single week we close out with Mortal Kombat, but, this far in, I'm surprised because we have a cool bracket tonight. And by cool, I mean, actually, like a lot of the people that we expected to be in were in the bracket, but they didn't make it into the top four. This is probably the most upsets that I've seen in any of these Community Throwdown tournaments because we have some players. In fact, why don't you just list off who we've got in the top four?
Man, starting on the winner's side, we've got making a historic, not just a historic run, but the fact that he's even competing again. It's a name we haven't seen in quite some time, Chef, and probably a second name that I'm gonna say, or second time I'm gonna say that, just in this top four. But it's Getrekedyo. We haven't seen Get Wrecked compete in a long time. Whether it be online, whether it be offline, was very active when MK11 first came out, coming out of nowhere. Winner's side top 8. It was at a game 5 against Ludi. Talk about a barn burner. Ludi's been like this in these top fours. He's back-to-back top fours here on the Community Throwdown. Denied on the winner's side. Also joining him, Hijinx. Almost no surprise there. There's kind of a usual suspect of these brackets getting a really convincing 3-0 victory over Tweety.
Yeah. Hijinx probably the most expected out of who we have today. But then we move down to the losers bracket. And I'm actually going to pull up this bracket because I need to talk about these runs. So starting off on one side, we have, neither of these names are unfamiliar names, but the way that they got here and the people that they beat is ridiculous. So on top, we have Too Easy, MK2 Easy, of course, a familiar name. And both these players went down to losers first round of the tournament. And their runs, okay, so Too Easy, starting from the beginning, defeated maybe someone I'm not familiar with, then Honeybee, of course, and then Lanky, and then Ludi. So all of those in a row to make it from first round losers all the way back up into this losers semifinals, I guess it is. But the even more ridiculous impressive one to me is on the other side of losers, KingGambler, who again, a player that everybody probably knows if you've been following MK11 for any amount of time, but again, went down first round losers to Lankiness, who is no longer in the tournament, and then from first round losers defeated Arungus, who I'm not familiar with, the Mighty Unjust, then Biohazard, then Tweety. So those are all people who easily could have won this tournament and have won the tournament before, but not today because of KingGambler. But we're going to see those losers bracket matches later, so we're going to start off here with. Wait.
Chef,
Okay.
Chef, first off, you're telling me that a first round losers match was the Mighty Unjust versus KingGambler? Was a what? or like a losers round 2 match?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I know these tournaments are so stacked, but here we go. We were kind of wondering who Get Wrecked was going to be using. Where's Reptile? I feel that strongly, but I'm excited to see Lao. I feel like we don't see nearly as much Lao anymore, but it still works. If you can make him not block that hat, you still get these combos.
Yeah, and hey, jump kick's still gonna be a problem. Hijinx making the great read. If you notice, Hijinx kind of calling him out for the matchup as well. He's like, hey, he's probably gonna jump right here, and that's one way to stop it. Is that super early down 2, and Jackie gonna be put inside of her own goop right there. Maybe woke up pressing buttons. Not what you want to do. This isn't how we start the night. This isn't how we start the night.
Oh no! And Get Wrecked did like empty jump, and then just finally on the way down, the fatal blow happened. But oh my gosh, yeah, this is as expected, right? We expect that Lao's going to be in the air like 90% of the time. Doesn't have a super jump, but the normal jump is the super jump. And there we go again. Oh, I like the dive to get over the puddle. That's pretty smart.
Yeah. Ooh, to find his way into this guy again. Wow, he's being really aggressive. Double jumps interrupted by the projectile, and he still was stubborn enough to do it again, and that being the right read. I just thought he finally had him conditioned. And now he's knocked down in the corner. What's it going to be? Neutral jump. No. Oh, it's their dive kick to kind of air to air and keep him in the corner.
it's like a statement. Like, yeah, I have the air superiority here. You know, I am the original bird character. You are just a sad copy 10 years later. You cannot be the ultimate bird Lao. But ooh, almost enough. But yeah, this is going to be so hard to avoid chip because yep, it's going to be jump kick, jump kick, jump kick. Shay's a splash. Still some of my favorite play of all time, but it works. I mean, it's one of the best jump kicks in the entire game, and it's really good at air to air. So right now we can see Hijinx having a little bit of an issue, even playing the spacing game that he wants to.
Yeah, right there. Getrekedyo just moving about the cabin freely, which is not what you want to do sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. But because he just has Hijinx condition with some of those jump-ins that are finally starting to work, and as I say this, turning things completely around. Oh, Jackie breaks. That one touch can change everything. 440. It's just unholy at times. And the crossover works for Hijinx. Very rarely does a character turn around like that here in MK11 in time.
Oh no, that was very strange. So that's a pretty normal setup to see, right? You see the orbiting hat, and then you see the fatal blow, and then it kind of covers you on recovery. But that was like orbiting hat, like wait 6 years, and then fatal blow, and the hat just kind of stayed behind. Like that was not exactly the time I think you won on that. We're kind of weird.
Yeah, I almost don't even know if the fatal blow would have. Even if he blocked it, you know, that hat was gone. So it was just got punished on block too, which is sad to see. But yeah, just a second earlier, maybe that hat would have come back around like a ring of Saturn. He clipped him.
Yeah, but we're not going to see that timeline. This is the timeline where Jackie wins, which we're very
that one called the Nexus event, and it's shut down already. They already got to it.
Oh my god! All right, sticking with Lao, I don't know who else Getrekedyo plays in this. Of course, if anybody's not familiar with Getrekedyo, of course, a pretty legendary Injustice 2 player. Oh yeah, that's right. You're saying Scorpion at the very start of the game, but you know, Getrekedyo has played a lot of different characters before in different games, so there could be like a million. You know, we never know. We're also like 2.5 years into this game's life, so everybody has multiple characters. Right now, though, it's looking like Lao's the pick.
Ooh, he's off to a wonderful start here. Got Hijinx off the defensive bar. Oh, that was such an aggressive wake-up back one, too. Ooh, even more impressive, the anti-air from Getrekedyo. And I like that approach with the multiple down threes, because what this variation is all about is about using that orbital hat to try to get someone to counter poke, and then you full combo off the hat.
Yeah, classic kind of old Foxy play here. I mean, I guess he doesn't have the hat at that point, but yeah, I mean, it's the strike throw game, basically, is really how it's going.
Okay. Ooh. Pressure's on. Okay. Plus frames, and he is holding it.
Oh, just a 1-2, and look how much respect there is to just block the 1-2 and just not do anything. What was that? What is this crouching? What is this? Is this an attempt to actually do something? Is this a bait? What?
Oh, I don't know, but one more. Oh, I red throw right there. I would have gotten smoked by the jump. Oh, he did the cut whiffing. Getrekedyo thought he finally had a chance to get a button on the screen, and Hijinx, being the one in the situation, to take to the skies and says, "I'm the one that's dominant up here, young man."
All right, well, now needs to continue to be dominant here. Oh my gosh, was that a raw dash punch out of the corner? Hey, whatever works, although it doesn't quite fully escape. Good choice to break away a little bit late there, otherwise the dive kick would have caught. Again, air to air. There's just not that much damage from jump kick, dive kick. I mean, it's not bad, but compared to how much you get if you get like any sort of hit in any position on the screen with Jackie, it's just nothing.
Ooh, let's get a big punish there. Hijinx taking a little bit of risk, maybe at the input air to get the DP up. Getrekedyo drop into the throw though. 130. Decides to back off a little bit. Doesn't have the offensive bar. I think he's waiting for that comeback. Didn't feel confident behind the pressure. You gotta look at that dive kick whiff. And you're right, just the damage, you know, between these two characters, jump kick, dive kick. On block, you're gonna eat 40%, 30% guaranteed or something. You know, versus what's gonna be on hit. No punish. Oh, the pushback. That was
actually kind of impressive. Yeah, I mean, he was ready for it, and then he was ready to punish it too, but it's just so difficult right now. Fatal blow available for both.
Okay.
Oh, man, not even going to matter at that point. Just gets clipped at the end. Maybe expect a little bit more chip or something, like a string into hat into maybe some more, but just tried to back up. Didn't work out. Getrekedyo finally getting on the board here.
He did, and we're lucky he didn't come after the T-Rex Slim situation of the previous round. Oh, and there's the hat. Perfect pickup off it with 1-2, and it drops the ender. I say that every time, Chef. It better not be one of those nights. I'm not cursing. I'm not cursing a single thing tonight. I'm not saying anything.
It's always one of those nights, but also that was a really weird trade. We just saw projectile trade with dash punch, which is not a very common thing. Oh, base breakaway kind of right there. And look at this, no defensive bar. Getrek's got to get out somehow. And it's tough. Anti-airing with Fatal Blow here after the blast is like usually like a drop. Usually they just kind of fall out of it. So not going to be any easy options here. Although here we go. Grab to start pressure.
No. Hijinx held block for so long right there till Getrek finally went, screw this, let me go for the throw. He's been sitting there forever. The goop, he's got to avoid it. He did a lot of dot damage, and he could probably go in about now, not eat too much. Avoided the entire thing, really smart, but lost down a little bit of overlap pressure, perhaps. So kind of mixed up, and really smart just to put the ooze up and hide behind it here for Hijinx. But it's not going to do a lot of damage. He got it before the overlap came around. Unbelievable. Talk about a ballsy button, Chef.
Oh, I know. And now we're 0 for 2 here in attempts there with the Ring Hat into Fatal Blow. Just unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out. And yeah, it is like a tough thing to time, you know, like you really need to throw the like both hats, otherwise it doesn't get that like full coverage. I mean, it does seem like Getrek's pretty, I would say, confident in that, but I feel like at that point with that patience, you also maybe could have just dashed in and not needed to use the Fatal Blow, and if you get any hit, then you just Fatal Blow and it's unbreakable and whatever. But you know, I think the game still seemed a little bit better than the first game for Getrek. Oh, but we're gonna see a switch, and here we go. We might see a switch, not picked yet.
Getrek thinking about it, he goes with it. One of the rarer, not to say rare, but a character that we've seen a little bit less, you know, in the more online era of MK11 versus a character we used to see all the time in all the offline majors, even in the big online ones. But of late, not as much Johnny Cage out there in the world.
Yeah, you know, there was this whole era where there was like a million Johnnies and a million Lous, and we just stopped seeing them. And I don't think it's necessarily because they're bad or anything. I think it's a little bit harder to play them online because you spend so much on like whiff punishing and like spacing traps and timing traps and stuff, and you just got to react really fast. But I mean, this character is still terrifying.
Chef also called me crazy. I haven't seen a Cetron in a long time.
Oh my, you're right, actually. That's really weird. I don't know what kind of future we're living in, but I haven't seen a Cetron. I mean, we haven't had a Cetron in
a much brighter
East Coast Throwdown tournaments.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a good timeline. I don't know. But, you know, we still got Jackie's here, so it's not entirely a weird timeline. Right now, though, this Johnny Cage pick looking like it's working really well. And this is, ooh, that was a really nice pickup with the standing 3. That was really random, but it worked out. And, yeah, this is looking like a pick.
And that was a guaranteed pickup too. If the armor break came, thank you for the extra damage. Really smart. If I get wrecked, he's off to a good start. Nice low profile, but Hijinx, it gets caught by the throw. Probably try to put out another poke, potentially get a low profile. And he got so aggressive on that counter poke. He believed. I sure am.
Ooh, I love that corner combo.
Did I disappear?
I love that. No. There was a thing on the screen. It was nothing. I was making a joke. It was a bad joke.
It was both of us. It was both of us. I couldn't tell either. I couldn't tell.
Combo though. Ooh, good pickup. Forward 4. Love the usage of forward 4. Such a good normal, but it's so hard to get anything good off of it unless you got that Fatal Blow cancel. And that should be it.
Oh no! Okay. We backed off. What? No. Why? Chef. Why did Hijinx do reversal goop on a Fatal Blow?
I don't know. If that was anything but like just stand 1, like if that was any forward advancing normal, that was GG right there for Getrek. But now it's match point for Hijinx.
If there's any evidence of time travel, it's what we just witnessed before us, because he was in the future and he saw that happen and he was like, you know what? I know what to do.
Yeah, my slow recovering, non-hitting projectile. Yeah, I know. It was, I mean, hey, you know what? It was right. It was the right read. That's what, I mean, Hijinx plays his character like pretty much exclusively. Okay, here we go. Here's the grab. So this is actually a really scary spot. I'd say Johnny Cage is some of the best comeback potential in the entire game free.
And he's got that mechanic reloaded. That 1-2 would have gone into the cancel, and Hijinx avoids it. He avoids 1. Oh, Hijinx is an animal. He's still micro ducked right there. When forward 3's a threat, back 3's a threat. Heck, forward 4. So many things. Standing his ground. That was utter domination and some crazy decision making from Hijinx that was just simply right.
Yeah, yeah. Hijinx was like in the lead and in kind of a scary position and still decided to make the hard read both rounds. Like reversal goop and then just raw neutral ducking the grab. Like either of those, if it was like a forward four or like a back three or anything really in that situation, like that would have been donezo in both cases. But Hijinx just like, yeah, I got this. You know, it was a lot of close games, but it just seemed like Getrekedyo just couldn't close any of them out. And a lot of it was because Hijinx was able to just be like, yeah, I'm confident. I know this is going to work. And it did.
Yeah.
Time and time again. I mean, swinging when the hat was out after the fatal blow, like knowing that the jab was going to hit and you were just going to get clipped and killed. Like just an amazing final moment clutch, I would say, from Hijinx.
I think that's the name of the game right here. Confidence from the young man. He's going to be sitting in grand finals on the winner's side. And down on the loser's bracket, coming next, we got Too Easy going to be going up against KingGambler. And these are two classics. What's the matchup going to be, though? KingGambler's been using a lot of characters lately, Chef. It's been the Nightwolf, it's been the Sub-Zero, and even broke out some Scarlet on Sunday night. And I was telling you, KingGambler, he hasn't played in about a month and some change as well since it's been the last time that I've seen him compete. And he showed up to our Coliseum on Sunday and he murdered everyone. He 3-0'd the he like 3-0'd the defending champion. He won a semi-close match and then he 7-0'd in grand final. He 7-0'd Biohazard. That's what it was. Biohazard. 7-0 against Biohazard. You don't do that. You just don't do that. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. I mean, Bio's one of those players who, like, regardless of, you know, whether he wins or not, like, he's always like one of the scariest players in every single like moment of a game. And I think actually, if I look back at the bracket, I think he 3-0'd Bio as well today. And I don't want this to be like an insult. Wait, was it Bio? Yeah, he did 3-0'd Bio again today. That's a rough life for Bio. I'm always a big Biohazard fan, so obviously I want him to bounce back and figure out the answer. But it's just going to show, you know, like that is a really dominant performance recently.
He is in good form right now. That's what we're trying to get to, guys. He's in really, really good form. And so it's gonna be exciting to see. Too Easy, another guy that on any given day, and we talked about this before too, Chef. He's like a wild card in the bracket. You don't know if he's going to kill everyone or if he's going to go down early or if he's going to, you know, place consistently every single time. You simply don't know. He's just a wild card in every bracket.
Yeah. I mean, I say this in the nicest of ways, but you know, because Too Easy's the homie. But I was saying this before the tournament, like. He sometimes will like lose to people that I've never heard of in my life, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then sometimes he'll literally beat like the best players in the world, like kind of free, and I'll be like, whoa, like it's just like kind of like a very like you just have to see what kind of Too Easy it is on that day. But I'm actually really curious for this matchup in particular, like what the matchup's gonna be, because both of them play a good amount of characters now. I mean, Too Easy has always been a counter picking type player, but especially so in this game. And then it's weird to say. It feels like, I mean, I don't know. It's still like 2019 to me, but KingGambler now has such a weird cast of characters that he can go to, like through the Sub or the Scarlet or the Nightwolf, which I don't think most people are ready for that, like particular set of counter picks, and they might accidentally open themselves up to like one of them working really well, because like who else plays those particular characters? Very strange. But could be anything, you know, could be even more characters that we don't even know of, and they all have scary potential in different ways. So I could see this potentially being a blind pick, especially whenever Too Easy's involved, or we might just see some confidence picks, and I have zero clue. Or it could just be a sub mirror.
I actually do know that a lot of people go for the mirror against Too Easy. Unjust did it for the longest time. I think KingGambler might be another one where he's just going to have or try to prove that he's the more confident player. And it's a match that Too Easy usually goes to Cetrion and when he sees that he has to play the mirror. So right now, looks like he's going to have to simply out-sub him.
Yeah, well, I mean, one thing that I love about Sub is that I think Sub is especially when you have these matchups where there's like potential counterpicks on both sides, I think Sub is, I want to say maybe even the safest character in the game. I don't think there's a single matchup where like Sub is just like, well, I just can't do anything, you know? It's like, no matter what the matchup is, if you can get in one time and mix them to death, you can win. And he's just always got that potential, right? Oh, okay. This is a pick that I haven't seen from Too Easy in a little bit, but we're going to see if it works out.
Picking the Jade for obvious reasons. That glow gonna take away Ice Ball from full screen and allow her to at least get around the screen a little bit. You know, Gambler, don't be surprised if he checks with a couple of raw slides, you know, just because this is a matchup where she might try to simply outpace you, control the pace of the match herself, and you need to be the aggressor. You need to get that hit. And then don't let her breathe off of that one hit. This is one of those matchups. And fighting Jade in general, most matchups are like that. It's you need to hit her and don't ever let her breathe again. And here we go.
Yeah.
Is it going to begin here for KingGambler?
Oh, it certainly is. Yeah, that was exactly how Gambler started it off. Like staying within that space where like a dash down 4 or a slide will guaranteed punish the glow. And you got to be in that space against Jade. Otherwise, you know, she starts zoning, she starts glowing, and there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, as long as you can at least get pressure for free and you get that much more screen carry, yeah, things can start going really well just like this. And this should be a ton of damage, but probably one more mix. Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe chip? Oh, there's still a chance here.
Oh, it was so close. Like, the micro duck. Wow, Gambler already looking sharp. Would you say that Sub-Zero is a huge snowball character?
It's so funny because he very literally is. Like, if you could design a character to be a more snowbally character, yeah, it's perfect. It is whoever designed it. I don't know if they had it intentionally or maybe that's just fate, you know? It's just how it's supposed to be, but oh my gosh, here we go.
I mean, it's honestly kind of how he's always been. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, somewhat. Sometimes
Pulling
he just
the corner
like snows you in.
Grandmaster.
Pulling the corner 9.
Everywhere.
Oh, okay. I was playing MKX the other day. Don't talk about Grandmaster. Banned right now. Banned from talking about that on stream.
He said, "Don't even mention it. Don't breathe the same air."
Back two is a crime. Oh, nice air to air and a nice pickup. Forcing the breakaway means no defensive bar here. This is good.
That's not what I expected to go on.
What, back two's a crime? It is.
Back two is a crime.
It anti-airs, it's like half screen, it's like basically safe. It's an overhead launcher.
I mean, it's a fact though.
It is. And
Yeah,
then with Ice Clone, yeah, you only get like 40%.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah, that should be it.
But the sentence that was interrupted was, look how patient KingGambler was playing, and then everything just hit him in the face for like 5 seconds straight. Gambler falling apart there at the end. Oh, look at the balls of skill, and too easy to check him with the raw nitro kick here too.
Yeah, no fear. I mean, the risk reward on that is obviously terrible. But right now, okay, Too Easy's pressure is actually working super well. That was a little bit of a weird, like, misinput, but all right, reversal, overhead.
Oh, says get that forward 4 out of here. Nice check. Too Easy at the space, and that down 4, he likes abusing that thing. And hers is one of, if not the best down 4 to abuse. God.
Yeah, one of the few that can really check Sub-Zeros, but yeah, oh my gosh, the grab. I didn't expect this matchup to go this way, but I think Too Easy started to understand, like, oh my gosh, she has a second staff. That is unnecessary. But I think Too Easy started to realize that the pressure worked. What if she pulled out both? You know, she dual wielded staffs. Can you imagine double down twos? Just down two, down two, down two. That would be another crime.
Instead of a glaive, she just has a pole toss. Man, it's like Shao Kahn.
Just throws the staff
learning from the previous emperor. Yep. But wow,
I mean,
one easy.
Yeah, it was weird. Oh, okay. Well, this is interesting. 2022, we're seeing Nightwolf versus Jade.
I can see this. He had to overcome some Jades too. That was, he had to play. Was it Burning Oni on Sunday? Who's a wonderful Jade player? Got to semifinals. It was a first of 5. It was 5-4, and so Jade is a character. It was the only character that really gave Gambler trouble just a couple days ago.
I feel like there's a good chance that maybe Too Easy saw that, and that's why the Jade pick came out. Too Easy, enters every single event of all time. But I can see the Nightwolf pick here making sense, right? You have the Reflect. You've got the, I mean, it's pretty much just the Reflect. I mean, shoulder charge as well, but you could, of course, slid. All right, here we go. The pressure's starting, though. Oh, the command grab, of course.
Yeah, and it's just going to be a different pressure that has the same exact, goal of the Sub-Zero, just with different tools. And KingGambler's offense with Nightwolf, disgusting at times. Love his use of down 4.
Right now, it can't even get the offense going. Too Easy playing such an aggressive Jade right now, and I think that's the biggest difference there. Nice, gets over, and yeah, immediate breakaway. One of the biggest issues of not getting the amplified roll and getting the normal launcher, but if you get 2 openings, you get a ton of damage.
Oh, and just like that, the low and the huge close out the haymaker from KingGambler. Wow. That was just a walk up, little shimmy into the low. Worked out perfect for him.
Yeah, that low is like, I don't know what it is about it, but it just opens people up when like, it's not even like that scary compared to the rest of the tools. Like, yeah, sure, you can block the overhand reaction kind of, but I don't know, the low is just, it works. And it also auto spaces some weird stuff. Okay, weird, a little false walk thing there, but Too Easy now has the corner, and I bet we're gonna see pressure, yep.
Ooh, actually ended the string, and he was right for it. Oh, Too Easy's waking up, probably with a jump back, maybe with some buttons, and Gambler with the perfect micro duck read at the max distance of that kick, and look at that down 4 tick throw range. Into a hard knockdown. Now it's mixed time. Once again, looking for the counter poke. Too Easy. If you would have reversed with down 4, would the down 3 have beaten it? Is that the game that they're playing with those down 4s? And you almost sniped him with the jump 2.
Oh, and the pressure. Ooh, just jabbing to grab. I like that. I wonder if we're going to see zoning or more pressure. All right, looks like the zoning, but oh no. All right, Fatal Blow is available. We all know how many people get caught off guard by random Fatal Blow from Jade. Oh, never mind. Didn't even get an opportunity. Nice choice on Wake Up there from Gambler.
Walked up, and the confidence answered in full from Gambler. That walk up, flawless block punish of the up 3. 1-1 now in this losers semifinal match. Howlin' at the moon, ladies and gentlemen. I say, this is KingGambler, and I see some people in the chat rooting for the boy.
How could you not? How could you not? Okay, first of all, I gotta say that win pose is like the greatest in the entire game. Okay, here's the Setron. It's because you said we didn't see Setrons anymore, but I also gotta say I still think you did curse it. You did curse it. But I think Gambler I've seen is pretty good at this matchup. So we'll see how it goes. But I gotta take a minute to stan, as the kids say, Nightwolf. I still think Nightwolf one of the most badass characters in MK lore in general. For just being kind of like this random dude, he's such a badass all the time, constantly. Like in MK9, he's the best. Also in Aftermath, he's the best. So I'm always looking to see Nightwolf win. He's so sick. But yeah, this is a bit of a roadblock.
Okay, hey, to say the least. Growing up for me, Mortal Kombat, like the very first thing that I saw with my eyes when I closed them and I thought about Mortal Kombat, it was a UMK3 Nightwolf. That was just like when you saw him, you were like, damn, Mortal Kombat. For most people, it was like Sub-Zero, Scorpion. Nah, man, UMK3 Nightwolf was like peak Mortal Kombat.
The classic design. Yeah, I love that design. Old Nightwolf designs. Oh, so funny.
Yeah.
But right now,
Tomahawk. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, this is working really well. Really well. I was gonna say that, but now it looks like Too Easy's got the pressure going. We all know how difficult it can be to get out of Setron pressure and so much chip. I did. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
No, it's 2 reads from Gambler don't work out, and it was Too Easy's aggression that saved him again because the tick throw doesn't work, and then he goes right into the Fatal Blow. Super clean end there for Too Easy, surviving a little bit of a scare right there. It was a big health deficit.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it all really started from just that back throw, put into the corner, and, I mean, Nightwolf doesn't have the best defensive options, I don't think. Like, his low pokes are okay at best. He can kind of jab out of things, but you don't really want to be in that situation where you have to deal with Setron pressure as anybody, but it also, especially as Nightwolf. Oh, raw shoulder charge. That's quite the read, but, I mean, the knockdown gets you in screen carry is nice.
And resets neutral. And Gambler tried to check right there, thought that was probably going to try to throw a projectile, because after that tornado, a lot of them like to swing with like a dash up forward too as well, try to catch you pressing. Because it's kind of like a brand, it's like a free reset of neutral. Look at that, damn.
It is. The auto spacing of that, like, if that tornado left you at like literally like point blank, it would be the worst move in the game. But well, not the worst move, but it would be whack. But the spacing leads at is so good. Oh, nice. Goes to command grab.
Bursting.
His what?
Okay. His burst move that goes up the air. Okay, hold on a second. Too Easy.
Oh, that's right.
What's the rob?
Oh no. Oh, the cancel. I love it. Oh, That was actually, I don't even know if that would have chipped. I was gonna say that was a really cool chip option, but that might not have been enough. So Too Easy just making the right read right there. And once again, you know, choosing both Jade and Cetrion now, it seems like the zoning doesn't work out, but when Too Easy's pressured with these characters, but obviously they're both good at, it's killer.
I've got a question about this fatality. They could have just done the rocks and it would have been cool. Why did they have to turn his legs into fried chicken drums?
Little turkey legs. Yeah.
Little drumsticks.
Little barbecue. I don't know. Just for fun. Because Cetrion's really mean, you know?
Just,
see her in story. She's like a mean person. She's not a nice person.
She is balanced as all things should be.
But I mean, you know, her definition of balance is coming from the sister of Shinnok, right? So I think we just need to all remember that all the time, and it very much makes sense, you know. Very much makes sense.
I guess you're raising a point. That dude wasn't the coolest.
I don't know if you're talking about story-wise or having to fight them in game.
Not one bit. It was only Hell Sparks. Yeah. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, and I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah. I ran into that the other day too. But yeah, this is definitely, there's a little bit of a sibling thing going on here. But we are going to see the kind of reverse counter pick.
This is the counter pick war, and Too Easy is going to have the advantage going to the final game, because now, if he actually wins this with Sub-Zero, Gambler's going to have to overcome that Jade.
But yeah, I mean, these have all been close regardless, but yeah, this is, well, I mean, right now it's looking pretty good, I'd say. Although, I always, like, I mean, I know that building the
I don't know about
Crushing Glow there is really good, but yeah, do you really want to get in on Cetrion again? I don't know.
I wouldn't give up that corner for anything.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're literally getting the kill, and even then, like, you're throwing him back mid-screen for the kill.
No, maybe he's thinking, listen, she's got to teleport. She'll do it herself if she has to. Okay.
You just hope. Just hope. Get baited. All right. Corner to corner. Oh, that's enough. Yep. Very nice. And we haven't seen too much of the creeping ice actually from Gambler. Uses it very sparingly, but that was a really good time to use it. Anti-air egg.
Those Kaitin, man. Dangerous. Is he gonna leave him stood? Nope. Cash out, full damage. No, the drop. The buttons are still coming. Too Easy. Trying to rob him right there. Solid drop. And was gonna try to wake up with buttons. Probably a 1-1 with the reset neutral with the tornado. Now he's the one. Still locked down in the corner. And nice reaction by Gambler, but it was with the 1-2 down 1 instead. Because these teleports, man, do they have some tricky recoveries in MK11?
Oh yeah, tell me about it. That's, I mean, one of the strongest things. Obviously, you know, she has used defensive bar for it, and that meant there was no breakaway, and that meant that there is no life left. So what you said earlier is coming to fruition. It is going to come down to a final game where Too Easy gets the counter pick. I do expect that we're going to see the Jade again, of course. Why wouldn't we if he won that matchup earlier? But it was close. You know, it was close. It was just all about the fact that Gambler just couldn't get out of the Jade pressure, which is a little bit surprising. You usually see Jade players play a little bit more back and forth, but it was just like Johnny Cage Jade, I guess. I don't know. I thought there was some weird way to combine their names. It didn't work, but the pressure is accurate.
Yes, dude. When Aftermath, or sorry, when Ultimate hit, and this last patch hit, Jade instantly became a different character. She went from having a strong full screen game and like an okay up close game to having amazing both keep away and up close that stagger pressure, and she can lock you down. She is a hard character to press buttons against. It's really big mids. It's a lot of safety. It's a lot of, you know, guaranteed mix-ups that she staggers into that you have to hold, and that was wild.
Yeah, just, I mean, game 5, you know, going into a, basically this is the game to make it into the money, and you start off the game with a raw slide, but KingGambler not afraid at all. Whoa. Good pickup. That's a difficult combo. People kind of underrate how difficult that can be, but yeah, this is a huge lead. Building up that KB too.
Oh, this has been all KingGambler. He's feeling it. I can't believe the glaive. I thought the glaive was going to go underneath. He was going to get the punish instead. That helmet of Sub-Zero's may have raised his hurt box a little too high right there, but Gambler, he's turned this around and maybe caught a momentum in that game 4.
shouldn't raise him to his head higher. It should protect his head. He should be able to block at least one glaive every game with the helmet. It only makes sense. Oh, accidental breakaway. Literally the worst feeling in the entire game, except for maybe trying to get in on this zoning. But that means no defensive bar. You're okay, though.
And if you're too easy, you're like, yes, now's the time. Ooh, the down four barely misspaced. Not Sub-Zero. Douglas is plus double digits. And there's where you have to, again, hold pressure. That's a rare thing in MK11. For something to be plus enough, you have to hold it. Listen, this is MK11. We don't hold a single thing. We press. We swing.
You're swinging or you're flawless blocking? Respect? Respect's for losers.
Either way, it starts with not blocking.
Exactly. Exactly. You can't win by blocking. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, catches sub out of the forward two. That's a considerable amount of damage, but again, Too Easy's just backing up. And that's been punished a few times before, just like a really well-timed jump over from Gambler, who's playing so patient. Or, oh wow, I'm sorry, it's just, oh no, it's a raw down too, and it's punished. That means one mix-up and that's it. Or maybe, no, I don't think this is it. I think this is barely not it. You think it's it?
Yep, she's dead. I'm gonna call it.
No, she's not dead. She's not dead. She's not dead. But this is Oki. This is guaranteed, and that's gonna be it. Too easy. Had to make the right read right there, but the jump over jump kick is really tough to deal with. I think maybe her up two would have worked. Her up three wouldn't have worked. Roll, maybe forward roll would have gotten out, but yeah, that was just a tough situation to deal with. And yeah, like I was saying, you know, the zoning just opened up the one big opportunity.
Can I get 2 scoops up? Appreciate it. I would honestly love one. Please.
What flavors did you get?
Oh, don't put me on the spot. Do not put me on the spot. What, 2 flavors? Together? Oh man.
Yeah, that's the tough part. That's the tough part. Is that you gotta have them together, you know? I don't understand. People will be like, oh yeah, can I get 2 scoops of ice cream? Can I get like one of them that's like chocolate and one that's like
yeah, that's weird.
Orange? And I'm like, what? Yeah, maybe orange wasn't a good example, but you know what I'm saying. I never get that, but I don't know.
Favorite ice cream? Black raspberry, by the way. Kind of a rare one.
Ooh. That is very specific, but
specific.
You can ask KingGambler if you can get your favorite ice cream if he's carrying any black raspberry, because he's gonna be moving on into the top 3. Good stuff.
Can you hook a brother?
I mean,
come on. It's like
I think he deserves it.
It's effortless for Sub-Zero. He's gotcha. There you go.
All right, so this is something that Ketchup and Mustard, both of them, have said a lot. Like the question: can Sub-Zero create flavors? Right? Does Sub just create the ice, or when you're at the end he creates that like ice bar, right? He goes like, but is there flavor in that? Is that a secret ability of Sub-Zero that we don't know?
Yeah. So like, if you actually think about it, I think that he could only do a snow cone situation where he would have to generate the ice and then shave that ice and then flavor it. I think that's how it would have to be.
I think we need to ask Ed Boon. Yeah. Let us know what you think as far as the limits of Sub-Zero's powers.
Yes. Can he flavor the ice that he creates? Because it's not known. That is an unknown thing. No one is here to dispute it.
Well, we'll see if Getrekedyo can answer us, because he's probably going to be eating some sort of ice attacks without the set. But also, by the way, we did get some information from our producer that Getrekedyo did enter last week, lost to Honeybee, didn't make it very far, but this is a considerably better week for him this time. But not the best, well, I don't want to say the best showing, but not the best result of the first game of the day. So we'll see if Getrekedyo can make it back up to get that rematch, or if Gambler can continue this unbelievable losers run.
And I was told that his variation name is Cookies and Cream, because that, I think, is his favorite ice cream flavor, and it's because of the friendship.
Wow. All right. Well, you know what? We're learning. This is like an ice cream stream now. We're learning just so much about ice cream.
It is that time too. This is like that perfect dessert time. Maybe for us over here on the like regular part of the country, Chef, but
it's always a good time for ice cream for me. So
you know, that is a statement that I can't argue against you on. I've got nothing. You got me.
Oof, and right now, KingGambler has nothing to get out of this corner. Oh my gosh, what a bait. That's rough life. And wow, really dominant first round here. Gambler maybe a little bit too used to fighting too easy, right? Because they're gonna get in the mindset here. I'm surprised that we're seeing the Johnny though, in particular, rather than like the Lao. I don't know which is a better matchup, but I'm just still surprised.
I think I've always heard that Johnny Cage is like this matchup. but I've never understood the exact reason why, right? Or I've never really asked. Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And is it the speed of the projectile? Is it the down 4? Is the 4-3? Like, what about it kind of bothers Sub-Zero? I wasn't sure what it was. Oh, that down 3 came in from downtown into some big guaranteed damage.
Yeah, the armor breaker right there. People honestly don't have as much experience fighting against that because Johnny's like stopped playing after that came out for some reason, even though it was like a really nice thing to have. But this is not a good character to break away against pretty much ever because he launches you like once ever and then always just like gets like one more hit. So it's just wasting your defensive bar. All right, Gambler finally get an opportunity. Just going for mids there, not going to mix over and over.
And this is someone who's trying a crazy run through losers. Went there round 1 and has already gone through 4 killers. Not just like top. This one I think
that one's it. I think that one's doing it too.
Later, buddy. The executioner has done his job.
Yeah, that one, that's the percentage you like to see. Although, as usual, the Sub-Zero Fatal Blow coming into play extremely well, like every single game. One of the best Fatal Blows in the game, I'd say, just based on the character's usage of it. But yeah, another neat thing to notice at Gambler, the person who knocked him into losers was Lankinus, and Lankinus is no longer in the tournament. Got eliminated on the other side by Too Easy, I think. So technically, Gambler hasn't lost to anybody here and could just do a flawless run past this.
And he's got to be feeling confident. He's coming off of a really big tournament win. A really, kind of a statement sender with the results that he had. And now he's got that. Can he find that confidence here? Because this is someone that he hasn't played in a long time. This is someone who I haven't seen play in a long time. And man, this Johnny Cage has looked solid. The jump rates with the jump kick in particular have been paying off huge because he's got the big guaranteed damage. And his spacing, immaculate right now. I'm shocked that he hasn't flawless blocked in his forward 4s because he's looked ready for him almost every time.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit fast on it or something, but this neutral, I mean, I can see now why Johnny Cage players like to play this. Just seems like, oh, never mind. Okay, one more mix. What's it going to be?
Oh, no,
gonna take the knockdown and...
Oh, no!
Dude, that was sick! That was such a good comeback!
It was right there, and Gambler with another great read of flawless blocking a wake up for the win.
Yeah, now both against Too Easy and against Getrekedyo. Okay, I actually just said yo at the end of his name, but not because of his name. But I cannot believe they actually made that comeback. I had already written that off as a loss. I was literally just saying like, yo, I can't believe that comeback. But yeah, I mean, that was huge. Of course, I should never count out Sub-Zero ever in any capacity, which is a huge mistake by me that I just made. But I mean, the huge like hit into the 1-2-4 KB, and then yeah, I mean, that's twice now that we've seen it in 2 sets. Flawless block the up 3, full punish, beautiful.
Game number 2. Yep, get wrecked, guys. But I would say on paper right now, just given previous results, the surprise of the tournament. Coming in through winners, only falling to Hijinx. Hijinx looking red hot with that Jackie. Now he's running into one of the hottest tournament players in North America. In North America right now.
I mean, maybe in the world, that's a questionable one, but it's very possible just with how well Gambler's been doing over the past little bit. But yeah, Get just hasn't been able to like close out matches in the winners final set and in this set so far. It's been a lot of these final moment situations where Get is like that close to getting it and it just hasn't. And I don't know if that, I mean, hopefully there's some sort of like mindset change or something that just ends up working out a little bit better. But okay, here we go again. A chance for a huge comeback. Wow, drawback too. Weird choice, but it worked.
Wake up down 4 checked perfectly from Get Wrecked. This is kind of scary. There's a lot of blocking for both individuals. And the flawless blocks. Whoa, calm down.
Oh no, oh, big risk. Big risk. I respect it, that would have been an amplify back into the corner. Maybe KB. Maybe set up or almost set up.
And then I think that it would have been amplified slide, 50-50 fatal. For sure, right there.
Yeah,
I think maybe dash up forward 2, dash up back 3. Maybe he's going to keep it safe and do a back 3-2, look for something to hit confirm into it. You really never know with a Sub-Zero player, kind of no matter who the pilot is behind the wheel, because those options are available, right?
Yeah, or even like, with the way that Gambler plays, Gambler always leaves chip as an option, like leaves it on the table. So even like a one more grab, a dash up grab into guaranteed chip or something could have been it. But yeah, this is considerably better. Not going to have to go to chip or any sort of tough way here to make a comeback.
Man, Getrek's success rate on that fatal blow cancel at 0 right now in this top 4. It has not been a factor.
I know, and it hasn't even been like bad options. Just things just keep not working for Get Wrecked. I feel like the world is against Get Wrecked right now. Oh yeah, I did see the like. Reaction. It was weird that we saw both hits of the string, right? We didn't see like jab into like ice or slide. We saw both hits of. Like, I guess it was 1-2. That was very strange.
Yeah, 1-2. It was a beautiful reaction by Gambler, who actually he came out of a block into a dash cancel.
Yeah.
Into that stand 1.
I was. Exactly perfect. Oh, okay. Weird back 3 hit. Can't really get too much off of that if it hits in the air like that.
I swear I've heard the flawless block sound 6 times in this sequence. That has been all block damage. Okay, I said it. As I curse, stuff started finally to hit. Let's Get Wrecked. He's got Gamblers back in the corner. No breakaway because the threat was there, but Get Wrecked didn't finish. I think one of them was supposed to cancel into it.
Yeah. Or, I mean, there could have been even a few more stand 2s. You can get like 4 or 5 in that combo, but I think maybe just some sort of weird misinput. It's unfortunate though, because that would have been one more again mix up into death. Oh no! Oh no! Fatal blow immediately. Yep.
Wait.
That's...
Yeah.
Okay, it's nice
he's gonna put him in
because it gives you such good Oki. Like this is the amount of Oki this Fatal Blow gives you is unfair for a character that's this good at Oki.
No. And you know, Chef, I tried to put myself in his shoes and I died as well.
I read there's just so much you have to look for. There's just so much. That's rough. And I said it before. It's these final moment choices where Get Wrecked can win and then just doesn't. And that's I'm not trying to say that like he's making the wrong decisions, but he just keeps getting put into these positions and just keeps not having the right answer for whatever reason. And also, KingGambler has been extremely good at making those decisions today in those decisions in positions. So it's just kind of like the ultimate bad matchup of like just lose or win quickly. Don't get to the end. But we are going to see the switch to Lao.
Yeah, trying something new. As that match went on, you could see Gambler was really comfortable. Both of them were really comfortable. I actually thought that was a really good match. Really good game in the last one. They were both playing at the down 4 range really well. They were blocking, a lot of flawless blocks, but man, we've seen so many flawless blocks, no up 2 attempts, nothing too crazy from these guys. It's just been kind of checks and balances so far, and Gambler has been slightly winning that game.
Yeah, there have been a lot of flawless blocks and no up 2s. Honestly, like decent amount today in general, which is pretty interesting. But okay, great start from Get Wrecked. And of course, the Lao combo is so swaggy. And oh no, accidentally jumps into the corner. That's rough.
He got exactly what he wanted. Got him off the defensive bar. Now the pressure is back on. Ooh, we say that and it goes blocked. The one that we thought for sure might work when it finally came. And Gambler's like, you know what? Is it even worth 2? Maybe, because he's already got it back. Comes back pretty quick this to meter in MK11.
Yeah. I mean, you got to spend it. You got to be not afraid to spend it, especially. I mean, when you're playing such a I want to say like a high octane match like this. You know, like I don't think either character is going to be playing like super defensively. Yeah. Whoa. Weird pickup. That back 2 like didn't launch at all, and he neutered down 1. I mean, all of that was very strange.
Very pretty pickup there by Gambler. And it got him, if he can win the round. Got him working on that that crushing blow of the slide that we haven't seen too much. We've seen him load it, and the fatal blow's really been the bigger deciding factor at the end.
Yeah, well, you don't have to do that much to get the fatal blow. You know, you just need to start losing, and it's a pretty heavy setup for the slide. You know, you gotta like give up Oki a lot.
You know, Chef, the fatal blow life, it's not for everyone. You have to get bodied 70% of the time.
Hey, guess what Gambler has? Will we see it? Will we
Uh-oh.
see it? Will we see it? We're gonna see it. I guarantee we're gonna see it.
I'm scared.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Somebody
He's
hold
not
me.
gonna do it in neutral. I didn't expect him to do it in neutral. I
one
expect
fatal?
him to like
Fatal.
land a mix-up and then hit it.
Okay.
Hey, that finally worked out.
A beautiful setup. Wait, that the hat? Ooh, good check. It's a down 4-2. That's got an interruption. Oh, no pickup.
No, that was it. That was it. And instead it's gonna go the other direction. Finally get wrecked, winning out in one of those final moment situations. Okay, I think that's all he needed. He just needed to at least get one of those, and everything worked out where it should have for Get Wrecked right there, right? He multiple times when his finals he missed the like summoning the hat into the fatal blow, and then he missed like these final moment his situations, and finally like everything just worked out. And his Lao was looking really strong. I mean, it was looking strong in both sets so far today, but I want to know if it's going to be strong enough to 3-0 reverse sweep Gambler, because that's not easy. And also, we could see a character switch. I don't think we will. I don't know if there's a reason to, but we might. I mean, Nightwolf hates... I was going to say dealing with characters that go in the air, but what do I know? Because it's going to be the Nightwolf. I mean, I would always prefer to see Nightwolf over pretty much any other character in the game, I think. I don't know if there's a character that I like seeing that much more, but I'm curious as to why. Nightwolf, like I said, infamously bad at dealing with people in the air, and Lao infamously in the air.
It's just because they haven't adapted to the meta, which is, have you ever seen Raw Rising Tomahawk anti-airs? No. I'm just kidding.
If you're that big brained, I don't think it's normally a possible thing, but if Gambler does it, I could see Gambler doing it. Honestly, though, if you make the right read, back 2 is actually a really good anti-air, which does kind of the same thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, right now it's just pressure, though. Right now, he's the one in the air. Ooh, there's finally a flawless block up 3.
And we see a different variation of Nightwolf from KingGambler. We've talked about this. This is Hannah, the bird, going to be taking away the meter so that he can't use the hats at all.
Yeah, disabling your usage of EX skills in general. Like, you just can't use any sort of meter while that little glow's on you. So just trying to prevent, like, safety, put you into situations where you feel like you can pressure a little bit more. And honestly, it's just an obnoxious projectile to begin with. It's very hard to actually avoid in any meaningful way. But right now, you're saying, I don't need my meter. Oh, nice big pickup. No, little pickup, tiny baby pickup.
Gambler in super defensive mode right now. Look at him. A wall, and there it is. There's the rat. And even on block, that's going to activate. Huge hit advantage. Catch him in the throw strike throw. That was scary because Fatal Blow is in play. Still he's 4-3. Just more Hannah for you. And try to take to the sky. Sniped out of it. Gambler now on match point again. This Nightwolf looking strong, and I love the specific reasoning behind it.
Why are all these projectiles hitting? There's no reason why this is
like every arrow.
What is going on? Is just block button broken? I don't actually understand. Like, not to like insult or anything, but that's maybe one of the worst projectiles in the game. Maybe not one of the worst, but on the lower end.
A premier zoner, Wonder Chef, a premier zoner here in MK11. That's what I'm seeing.
Hey, I played. I mean, okay, he can be a premier zoner if you give him the ancestral bow or whatever it's called, but in this specific situation, I don't know. That's gonna be all.
And what a really good way to guarantee some damage right there from Gambler. Most down 2s, people do a down 2, but you see how far forward he was? I was like, man, does he have to dash down 2 in order to guarantee this damage? And he kept it even smarter, went for the shoulder, and GG's KingGambler is going to continue that insane run from round 1. In the losers bracket. He's made it all the way to play for the entire week, just like that, Chef.
Yeah, this is I said I made a joke about this, but it honestly kind of true. This might be the era of KingGambler, This has just been a really good time for him as a player, and I mean this run, unbelievable. I had to literally say it twice because it was that ridiculous. I'm just remind people maybe who weren't here at the start of the tournament. Looking backwards in time, so it's now defeated Get Wrecked, defeated Too Easy, defeated Tweety, defeated Biohazard, defeated the Mighty Unjust. And that is all in the losers bracket, all in a row after first round losing to Lankiness. I would have loved to see that match to see how anybody got a heads up on a gambler at all this week. But yeah, that kind of losers run is ridiculous.
Yeah, Lanky rocking that Raiden too. It's such a rare one to see in a bracket, and he's always been there, man. Lanky has always been a couple of wins from this top four as well. He's been having some really solid runs lately. So shout outs to him. But Hijinx Gambler, one that we haven't seen, Chef, and Gambler has to be sitting there coming into this feeling pretty good. He's played more games, he's won more games, and he's thinking to himself, the only person who's been able to beat me is gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great feeling.
Powerful weapon to have.
Yeah, like being able to go into a grand finals and essentially play like a fresh match makes it feel like almost like you being in losers means nothing, right? Because all you need to do is what a stupid thing to say. All you need to do is be better than them, right? Like it's all you need to do. Yeah, it's
stupid. All you need to do.
Just that's all you got to do. No problem at all. No. But you know, if you go into a grand finals and you have a run back against somebody who beat you already, your whole time you're like, okay, what is the answer? I have to solve this player matchup, right? I have to figure this out. I have to do something different. But now you don't have to think about that. You're not stressed about like, okay, what were my problems before? You're like, oh, okay, I just need to beat this person. That's it. Fresh, you know, like if I beat them once, I can beat them twice. Easy.
And let's hope that he has that mentality here. I'm sure that he will. And for Hijinx, he's sitting up there. He goes, hey, man, this is my tournament to win. And let's see if he doesn't let this go. This is going to be a really big test for the younger player between the two, Chef. Usually it's KingGambler in a situation like this on the winner's side. A little bit different of a role for Hijinx being in the winner's side. And the pressure is going to be on him to be able to close this out. Now, he has been able to do it of late. Some of these wins of Hijinx lately have been stellar.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say that it's been a few months where suddenly Hijinx has just been like doing so well in so many different things. But of course, Hijinx is another one of those players that enters like every single online bracket that you can imagine.
Right.
And also, weirdly, I want to say weirdly, but okay, so you were mentioning earlier that we see less Cetrions. I feel like a whole lot of people dropped Cetrion and a whole lot of people dropped Jackie because they weren't the characters that they wanted to play. They were the characters that they played because they were quite good. But for players who like really like that play style of either of those characters, specifically Jackie, right? She plays her own unique play style. If you see somebody who really likes that, it is a very fun play style, and then they stick with the character, it becomes very scary. So I think we're starting to see some play that's more solid than we've seen from any other Jackie player before, and a lot less Jackies, which is still a weird thing to say. Obviously, we still see quite a few, but I think that Hijinx is a perfect example of that. Like sticking with the character like that, and actually like liking the play style rather than necessarily just like I want to have this as a pocket pick.
Yeah, 100% agreed. One thing I want to see right here is from KingGambler. Going up against Jackie, is it going to be the Nightwolf? Is it going to be the Sub-Zero? Is it going to be the Scarlet? Because his Scarlet is a character that I almost banked on seeing in the previous game. Was it against Too Easy? I have expected the Scarlet pick because he uses Scarlet very weirdly. He actually counterpicked. It was a 4-4 situation. And it was similar with Too Easy, where it was 2-2, or it was really early on when we saw the Cetrion pick. Or sorry, it was the Jade pick. He actually went into Jade with the final counter pick with the Scarlet. So I never know when he's going to break that thing out. And no one's ready for that Scarlet because that's an even rarer character. And the way that Gambler played, he was able to make pre-patch Scarlet work, if you remember that, Chef. So fast forward to where she's got even crazier buttons, the 4-4 jails in the plus frames. She's got blood boils. She's got teleport with the different moves. She's played a different game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Gambler breaks her out because he's known to.
Yeah, no, I trust me. I very much remember pre-patch Scarlet. I actually feel like maybe just how good KingGambler is maybe prevented Scarlet from getting more buffs a little bit earlier, because it was always a thing where it was like, I mean, I'm a big fan of Scarlet as well. She was one of my most played characters early on in the game's life, but obviously she was quite weak at that point, and she's still considered maybe a little bit on the weak side, even with the buffs. But of course, she's very usable now. But back then, everybody would just say, "Oh yeah, no, she's fine. Look at KingGambler. She's fine. Look at KingGambler."
Yeah,
and KingGambler, I think maybe kind of ruined his own chances a little bit by being too good.
Be quiet.
Go lose, go. But okay, we are going to see the sub. This makes a lot of sense. It's I think a very common pick against Jackie because he's got a lot of anti-air control. Back 2 works or air to airs into like hits, and since she's got 950 health, if you lock her down once and mix her to death, it's that much easier, and it doesn't matter what she can do. She just is less possible mistakes.
Yeah, what was scary for every other character is like Half-Life scary for Jackie when it comes to that mix-up in the Fatal Blow from Sub-Zero. And bringing the Ice Axe, I like his outfit too. Woo, this is a clean look at Sub-Zero. No one ever picks this version of the classic.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, so honestly, I gotta say, I think the Ice Axe is one of the most underrated moves in the entire game. It's obviously good, everybody knows it's good, but when Sub-Zeros have it, they never use it. They just sit there and they're like, yeah, I can do this. And then they don't. But yeah, you can see how much damage it did, of course. The damage coming right back.
Sub-Zeros, if you have Air Axe, just pretend you're a Cabal player. Oh, that is going to be round 1.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that was way too much damage. I wonder if there's actually any way that you could kill there without having to spend that, but maybe not.
Like
maybe not without letting
it
break away. I don't know. I mean, yeah, something. But yeah, honestly, it not only is it like Cabals, it actually has like a kind of a better hitbox than Cabals. Yeah, you can see right there, not like that. It kind of hits above it a little bit, and it's very hard to get over, and I think that's why we're seeing it from Hijinx. Oh, that was like a 443 damage combo. Jeez.
Oh, it's a huge. It looked like it should have worked. Maybe it was a little too close because it looked like she got past it. Oh, the axe.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Oh, and there's the goop. Oh, and the dash punch, and then a goop again. Oh, no chip. Okay. Oh, I like that risk. Honestly, that might have been just to confirm that it's like, you know what? They blocked 1, 2. Maybe they're going to press buttons back. Maybe they're going to try to backdash something. All I need is 1 freeze, and then I just mix to death. So it's honestly calculated risk. A big accident that I made sound better than it was.
Hey, especially where he was, right, with that health deficit. I mean, the Air Axe already coming in clutch. He's the throw. And I like that Gambler's variation name is different, but same theme. Ice cream. Just ice cream. No flavor.
Yeah, I think that friendship really gets to you if you play that many games of Sub, All you start thinking about is ice cream. Must be terrible playing it like, 1 a.m. and you're like, oh no, now all I want is ice cream. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would be terrible.
No ice cream here. That's damage.
I know, you weren't getting a single thing. That's going to be... Yeah, that's just... Have a nice day. 0.17... Oh! I don't think there's anything you could do right there. Came up the Fatal Blow for the first round, and then it was all hijinks, and that may be what really back in round 1. Do you save that Fatal Blow and then take the risk? There are a lot of us, myself included, that say no matter what, spend it. Right, no matter what, spend it for the first round. But
yeah. Yeah, but most characters aren't Jackie, is I think really the answer there. That's the big question mark. Most characters don't put you into guaranteed game over situations, even if you hit them.
If I'm coaching someone, I said that's 100% worth. Get her off the screen by any means necessary. Every single time. But for Gambler, he wasn't able to find any of the slides whatsoever to load any form of his comebacks. And so in that last game, the moment he got a health deficit, which is 1 touch from Jackie, pretty much guaranteed, mind you, because it's unbreakable damage, it just puts you in that crap mode instantly.
Yeah, and it should. It's very well deserved. Oh no, it's clipped in the full conversion. Nice
there it is.
Opportunity taken by Hijinx. Oh, and everything. It's okay to punish. This is a disgusting round.
That read was stupid. Hijinx on fire right now through the winner's side, and he's trying to take this right here, right now. He said, "Give me that portion of the $500."
Wait, but that read finally worked. The back two. Oh no, didn't get the full conversion, but I mean already that's been a considerable amount of damage in the corner. That's gonna mean nothing. Guaranteed. Oh wow, that could have been a kill without doing that, but that is a way fancier way to win the round. So I appreciate that.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean hijinx. That was a disgusting round.
You know what that does is it really makes it guaranteed, where the defensive bar doesn't even matter, blocking doesn't matter. It's just checkmate.
It's also mental damage. You know, you're like, oh, you could have just like 1-1-2'd me, but instead you made me suffer before I died. Oh, and suffering is right here. Cannot get out of this corner. Great block in the overhead and actually punished it. I mean, if I had $1 for every time somebody blocked an instant, like a hop overhead and then punished it, I would still be just as poor as I am. Oh, this should be it. Oh wait, no. Oh, kept it unbreakable. Okay, I see. That makes sense.
What a sequence from Gambler. That was the whole entire health bar from one side switch to the corner. And he finally got something going here. That's what he did. Forward fours underneath the projectile. It was one of the first iterations of when shooting that projectile goes wrong.
You can see another forward four. Oh, never mind. Not anymore.
Wow.
It's crushing blow.
That was a crazy input from Gambler. Jump back kick, late back forward four. Or back forward three. I forgot the slide.
Oh yeah, classic inputs here. But yeah, I mean, did throw himself into the corner basically, which is a little bit unfortunate, but building close to that crushing blow, which is all important, as we know. Oh, so much patience. No flawless blocks, which is kind of surprising. We've seen so many good ones from Gambler so far.
Oh no, all of that to overcommit on the 1-2. This is pretty bad. He weathered a proverbial storm right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that could have been really bad. But you know, both players kind of making a little bit of a mistake here to leave it on even ground. Oh, the pickup, beautiful pickup! But is that not the variation?
Oh, he doesn't have amp ice ball. Oh
yeah, he doesn't.
No, but he's still gonna get it. He's still gonna take it with a dash up throw. KingGambler stays alive. Woo! Survives Hurricane Jackie by barricading up in his igloo, tying us up 1-1.
Oh yeah, that was you could see the moment of pain there, going for the combo, the conversion that would have worked in the previous variation that he was playing all day basically. But yeah, I don't even know what the third move is right now, because we see the creeping ice and we see the air axe, of course, but I didn't even look to see what the last one was.
Rising ice. We saw a rising ice combo in the corner.
Oh, did we see one? Oh, that's right. Which is, I love that variation. I think that, in my opinion, that's kind of like one of the optimal variations of sub. When you don't have to get to projectiles, I think it probably is. But yeah, unfortunately, that's a specific conversion, not what he wanted from it.
Yes. That's one of the curses of Sub-Zero, is that a lot of those like poke anti-airs, the only way to convert into anything crazy is with that amplified ice ball.
Right. Yeah. Like there's, of course, you know, Rising Ice gives you opportunities to convert off of stuff like forward 2, but that just juggles in particular. Also, there's a lot of air to airs that you don't get as much, like real far weird back 2 stuff. But you know, you got to trade that for what else the kit can give you, or you can just take a slide. You know, take the knockdown. But you got to be ready for it. You got to not assume that you have amp ice ball. Oh, that double.
That's right. What a start for hijinx there. And that's that start I was telling you about. That one hit, and you don't even know if you should break away because you're already so hurt. It's like, you know what? I might as well use this for defensive read, because if there's an upside, it's that when you hit her, it'll put her around the same health. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And then also, like, if you break away, you're like, oh yeah, okay, now you have Oki on me, and you know I don't have any Oki options, so do whatever you want.
Hijinx just woke up, jumped through the forward 2, and look at the reward he's getting off of this. Gambler. This is one mix for sure. Now we can kill.
Oh no. Oh, he had a chance there. He might have been able to do 1-2 fatal blow. Or he still has a chance.
No!
He tried again. You're not playing the right variation. Oh,
he should have just got a fatal blow. He should have just got the fatal blow. And then he tries to get the fifth cover. It was not like this. No, it was.
You cursed that to happen. You know you cursed that to happen. Oh my gosh.
Because, man, your element of surprise worked, and then the second one was a screw it. I'm gonna do it again anyways. Oh no, this is really falling apart quick.
Okay. This is a really good opportunity to start. Yep, uses the Rising Ice. Gets really nice damage off that. 304. Only one move slot, basically. But still back on the defense. Didn't really manage to keep the offense going. Oh my gosh, so many blocked 4-1-2s and eventually just gets grabbed. But now Gambler has the Fatal Blow again.
Ooh.
If it gets that far.
All of that conditioning of the forward. What? And a Clipper. Get some good damage through it too with the down 2. And now it's robbery. Robbery time. Robbery space.
Oh no. I'll try to read the jump out. The back 2. We did see a flawless block, but nothing off of it. And that's it. That is it. Oh no. Had all the resources to try to make it happen, but just didn't. That's rough. Yeah, everything started falling apart after the forward 2 hit, and then just the ice ball came out. That's rough. That is very, very rough. Curses
between going through multiple variations.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of games, and in this game included, people talk about how you have to get used to going from one character to another character and like what buttons you like press off of muscle memory and stuff. But it's way worse when it's between variations because you are playing the same character and in your mind you're playing the same character. But to go to another variation and assume you have a tool that suddenly isn't there, yeah, it is one of the worst. And actually, it looks like we are going to be going back to the variation that has the amp ice ball, right? I'm pretty sure this is it. He's not using that classic one.
This has cost me too much at this rate. I'm losing miles over here.
Yeah, never again. He said, never again. And so, yeah, this is... now we're at least going to be able to see that same thing, but now hopefully we don't see like air axe inputs or something. I don't want to curse that to happen, but yeah, we'll see if we'll see if this works out. And so far, I mean, regardless of variation, it looks like it's working out.
Interesting breakaway there from Hijinx. The damage had been done, and he just didn't want him to get started on that KB at all. I think this is actually a smart bet from Hijinx, guys. If you take a look, SpaghettiOs, that thing can go punish too hard. No resources for Hijinx. But because of that, he might load another one up here. He isn't just gonna catch those normal damage, but because that Gambler has that one EX, slide, and Hijinx had lost so much health that going into a potential final game, he is gonna say, you know what, I'm not gonna leave you with that resource. Round going to Gambler here, who's trying to survive, guys. It's tournament game for Hijinx right here, up 2-1 in this grand final.
Yeah, he's got all the momentum, all the screen positioning. Whoa, great defense, or I guess offensive tech in a way. Is it going to be the KB? Yep, we're going to cash out on that. This is, I mean, if not now, then when. And there we go. This is the Gambler we're expecting to see. In fact, this might be it. No, not quite. I think maybe actually could have if there was more jabs in there. But, oh no. One knockdown. We've seen this win games before. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Okay, big drop. Quick as reset. Just wake a Fatal Blow. Just do it. Forget it. Forget all the rest of this game. You do not want to get hit one more time. Okay, great tech. And that should be Chip. No, didn't go to Chip.
What did both of them? I think they both messed up their input. What was that? What actually was that? Chat.
It was hop 3. And it anti-aired like a full jump from Jackie. That I've literally never seen Sub-Zero's hop 3. Like, imagine using any other overhead than forward 2. And it actually anti-aired. Okay, I want to imagine in my brain and in my heart, actually, I want to imagine with my heart that Gambler is just like the most like big-brained Sub-Zero player of all time. And it's like, yeah, that's always my go-to anti-air. But I can't believe that. Not truly. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We take those. The number one rule of fighting games. We take those.
And guess what? Never, ever admit that something that works is a mistake. Always take credit for it working. That's a little bit of advice for you. Yeah, man. I meant to do that.
Yeah. You always got to watch for my hop 3 when you're jumping over me, you know?
Always.
Yeah. All right, but game 5, that was... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, watch out for hop 3. Oh, a great start again, and look at we're immediately seeing the amp ice ball come into play again. Oh no, and then now unfortunately get punished.
For a lot more damage. Wow. The haymakers between the two right now. 300 damage plus
this is It's a chaotic matchup.
So good meter for both. Gambler being the one to move.
What?
Woo!
What?
Hey, you know, this is ridiculous. How much mobility is on the screen right now? And
oh my god, finally!
The one leap is what he. There's no way he reacted, right? There's no way.
I don't know. I mean, that was like literally like 30 full in-game seconds of them just walking backwards. And then one perfect leap, one aggressive leap to catch the first ice ball. And there wasn't even a reason to throw out that ice ball. It didn't even make any sense. Like, well, no, actually there's amp ice balls. So maybe you could have like faked out to duck, but it was an unbelievable read. Now it's tournament point for Hijinx, but immediately in the corner, everybody's trying to sneak away after that. That back two is like a combo. It's like guaranteed, unblockable.
Hijinx looking for another leap. Uh-oh, he gets the second one. And pressure's mounting for Gambler, who has to eat all this damage right before he gets his breakaway. Try to input a flawless block. Hey, got a short up and it worked out for him.
We take those. Yeah, those hop attacks, whatever's going on as they're working. Gambler needs to start using more intentional hop attacks. They're 100% success rate so far. Oh, this is so scary.
An online meta in 2022. Short hop and short hop attacks are completely meta, guys. No one's gonna block it. Hijinx gonna be sweating even more. One hit.
Oh no, collision! Oh, there we go, there we go. Is it gonna be fatal blow immediately? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that was a necessary. I think maybe jump to standing 4 like amp slide or something would have been enough. Obviously there's, well, you know what, actually if it was amp slide maybe it could have been a breakaway at the end, but then you can guarantee chip. So there might have been a chance. I like taking no chances, but it's just something worth thinking about. And oh no, a great start from Hijinx.
Cool. 364, a little bit of bleed damage too. When that one hits you, it does point 0 something damage at a time. You can barely see your health bar move, but when it's on the ground, you're melting.
Okay, first huge opening. Finally catches one of those like full screen ice bars. The back two didn't work this time, getting clipped from it. Now no defensive bar. Needed that tech. That was death. Cannot get hit by anything. And in fact, this is getting down to chip. Can't even block that much more. In fact, blocking one more thing might be it. And the huge challenge. It didn't work a single time. I'm fairly confident that it's intentional, but it never caught anybody. And Gambler's legendary losers run is going to end at the top of the tower with Hijinx.
Taken this week of ECT, the Community Throwdown, Mortal Kombat 11. Hijinx, the Jackie play, so solid here tonight. Found himself in such great situations all night long, positioning on the screen with a health lead, always found first hit. And the most impressive one was that one where we were at a standstill for 40 seconds straight, and then the one lead on the one ice ball. And then I feel like that grand finals ended right there. It was like, okay, that's just, let's get this over with.
I agree with that for sure. That was exactly the moment that I was going to bring up, because that was ridiculous. Like, I want to say that it was a really good read, but honestly, that might just be like ridiculous reactions from Hijinx, because how could you possibly make like a 1 in 30-second guess, and it's not even within a second, it's like within a few frames, like a perfect leap like that. It makes no sense to me, but that's just the level of play that Hijinx is at. So huge congratulations to Hijinx, very well deserving of this win. Of course, huge congratulations to Gambler as well for making that ridiculous losers run. I'm super glad that we got to see Getrekedyo back in the game. Who, again, played extremely well, just didn't quite make it, and I'm sure Getrekedyo has been playing, but to see Getrekedyo on stream, super pumped about that. And of course, everybody else in our entire bracket, because we had infinite killers. I could probably think all the way down to top 16, and we just have names and names and names. But yeah, that was a very strong tournament, and I mean, just glad to see even more names winning and placing into top 4 than we even already have. It's been a really good season so far.
Yes, it has, man. And every single week, there's been some kind of surprise that's thrown at us just in these top 4s, let alone the entire single bracket. And every time I look at the bracket, Chef, it's game 5s everywhere, especially to set these top 4. Like, there's why top 4 changes so much from week to week, is because that is where I see game 5s happen, is for that spot. Those are the big pressure moments here. That's trying to get into the money here. at East Coast Throwdown Community Throwdown. There's $500 on the line every single week, Chef. And these players, they're playing hard for it.
Yeah, and you know what? You all can be too. If you haven't signed up yet, there's literally no reason not to. It's completely free to sign up. Go to the East Coast Throwdown Twitter or Facebook or wherever. Just to they're going to post links all over the place. Discord, that's right. They always post it within the Discord where you can check in, for example. But just go anywhere for EC Throwdown. Usually is how it's spelled, and just sign up for free. It's super duper easy. You can be on stream, and you can potentially win some money, or you know what, just get some really good experience because some of the best players in the world are in this bracket every single week. But that does mean that it's it for us. Do you have anything else that you'd like to say before we close out for the day, Mr. Aquaman?
Just thank you to everyone. You, Chef, casting with me. It's always an honor. East Coast Throwdown for having us on to begin with and putting on this event and giving not just us an opportunity, but also the players, of course, in the fighting game community. Helping keep the community alive is the team over here at East Coast Throwdown. So shout outs to them. Put this whole thing together. You guys watching on the Facebook stream, thank you so much. For all the competitors that signed up and competed in this event, thank you, everyone. That's going to be it for this week of the Community Throwdown. We'll see you next week. More Melty Blood, more Mortal Kombat. That's on Tuesday. Thursday, I believe it's Street Fighter and Guilty Gear, if I'm not mistaken, Chef, over there.
Yep.
And that is going to be it for the Community Throwdown, guys. Thursday, those two games going down. That's it for us. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time. Peace.